Hey guys, it's Lori. Hi YouTubers. Hi 90 Day people. Listen, the reason I'm coming at you in my car is because I just got this message just really quick and I wanted to put it out there before I lose it or before, I don't know, maybe somebody needs to hear it right away. I'm heading back from Boston right now. I pulled over just to go to the store and I just wanted to share this with you. Have you ever felt like you're stuck in a pit? Maybe you're walking around life, you're walking through life, everything's going fairly decent, and then boom, you fall into this big hole and you don't know how to get out. Or maybe you feel like you just keep falling into these pits, that you climb out, you get back in, climb out, get back in, climb out, get back in. Do you ever feel like that? Do you feel like you just can't move forward? Almost like you're in a bunch of quicksand and you're slowly sinking and you're watching the world go on around you? Everybody seems fine, except you've got this mess. I felt like that, and I know that many of my clients have felt like that. I guess we all feel like that sometimes, right? I'm really sorry about this video moving around, but I'm in my car, like I said, and I'm holding my phone. So I'm going to be quick about this. If you're feeling like that, there is a way out. There's different possibilities for the feeling. Okay, one of them is outside entities, negative entities coming at you, and the closer you get, the higher vibration you are running at, and the closer you are to where you're supposed to be, to your truth, the harder the attacks are going to come. Now, I say that, and some of you are probably thinking, so why am I doing this? I don't want to be attacked. You're doing this because this is better for you. It's beneficial for you. They lose, okay? They lose. They're going to keep coming at you because they don't want you to be the best that you can be. Why would they not want you to be the best you can be? I know that seems kind of confusing to some, but the fact of the matter is they just don't want any of us to be all we can be. So you need to always, always, always be in protection. You're at your weakest point when you're feeling vulnerable. When you're feeling like you just want to give up, that's when they come in for the kill. That's when you fall into the pit. The other thing is, we live in a fallen world. Bad stuff happens. No matter how good we are, have you ever heard the expression, no good deed goes unpunished? Well, there's a lot of truth to that, but I don't want you to stop doing good deeds either, because at the same time that the world may kind of, throw you some curves because you're doing all these good things, or it seems like, hey, karma's not working in my favor, right? Whatever the deal may be, don't stop doing good things, because you're raising your vibration. You're coming to the point of peace. When you're at peace, no matter what happens around you, that peace remains. Are you going to have a bad day? Yep. Are you going to have sadness? Yep. Are you going to get mad sometimes? Yep. But the difference is how you deal with it. When you have peace and you have joy, circumstances don't interrupt that. They don't change that. The peace remains, the joy remains. Joy is deeper and better than happiness. Happiness is temporary. Happiness can be taken away from us in a moment. Joy cannot be taken away. Peace, the peace that I'm talking about, cannot be taken away. Okay, so let's get back to the pit. Okay, you're in the quicksand, you're in the pit, you're trying to crawl out. Every time you try to crawl out, you get kicked in the face, back down to the pit. Something happens, you're just finally going along, boom, your relationship ends, or boom, bills come out at you, boom, somebody steals money from you. Believe me, all these things happen, okay? They've happened to me. I can talk from personal experience. So one reason is outside sources, and how we can deal with that is, and let me tell you, you're never going to stop them, so don't think you're going to stop them from attacking you, but you can stay in protection. Remember the protection ritual that we did, and it's not about ritual. The reason why we do rituals is because it gets us to believe, right? And what we believe is what's going to happen, So that's why rituals work on the mindset. It's kind of like tricking your mind into it, I guess. But you know what? When it's as simple as surrounded by the white light, I am surrounded by the one true God. I am surrounded by his love. I am in protection of his love. And I am worthy of his love. Keep saying that. You're protected. Okay? It's as simple as that. A lot of this stuff is simple. It's just not easy. Because you can do it, and if you're not believing it, what's the point, right? So I used to teach my students fake it till you make it. And what that means is just keep saying it, keep reading it, put it where you can see it. The way you're going to change things is first to change things in the spiritual realm, and then they actually manifest physically. Okay. The other thing could be our own backsliding. We're backsliding. We're going back into our old beliefs. We're going back into our old fears, our old doubts. And this happens. Don't beat yourself up for it. Whatever you do, don't make it worse by beating yourself up. Okay. Or you could be going down the wrong path and you're being convicted of it. So those are the three reasons. It could be outside sources. We could be back into our false beliefs, or we could be paying the consequences for the bad choices that we've made. That goes back to personal responsibility. So first and foremost, look at do a quick inventory. Am I in a place where I shouldn't be? Am I running at a lower vibration than I should be? Am I doing things that are lower vibration? If you are, admit it. Confess it, at least to yourself, confess it to God, and repent of it and change it. Just stop doing it. Okay. If you can't stop doing it on your own, or you feel like you can't, ask for help. Ask for help from a friend. Ask for help from God. You'll get it. You'll get the help you need. Okay. The next thing is, are you falling into your old belief patterns? Are you falling back into that? If you are, what I want you to do, you don't have to go way back into your childhood or way back into some, many, many moons ago. I want you to go back to where this all started. Where did you start feeling like you fell into the pit, or that you started to slide into the pit? Where did this all start happening? Where is that wound? Okay, so just sit for a few minutes. Just sit. Be still. If you're feeling a little anxious, which often happens when we fall into the pit, if you're feeling hopeless, I want you to kind of remember we talked about the spiritual shelf. Take those feelings and put them on the spiritual shelf. Take some really deep breaths, fill those lungs up, fill it in your diaphragm. Hold it for 3, 4, 5 seconds and release. Do that a few times, no matter where you are. If you have the time to do it 4 or 5 times, go right ahead. If you don't, do it 2 or 3 times. It's still going to be as effective. Remember, all of these things that we do, we can learn to do them instantaneously. Okay? Go back to that last wound, that last reason you started feeling this way. Even if nothing concrete happened, if it's not a concrete thing, if it's not a circumstance, if it's just a feeling, go back there. As close as you can get to that point in time when that happened. I want you to go back there. You don't have to analyze it. You don't have to take all day saying, where did it come from, this and that. Sometimes the whys don't matter. Sometimes we get caught up in the whys, and that's our problem, okay? So I want you to go back to that wound, and I want you to sit back and say, okay, this happened, or this is what I thought happened, or this is where I started feeling this way. And now you're going to put that positive, that confidence, and you're going to stand behind who you really are. I've gotten through worse than this, and I'm alive. I've done worse than this, and I'm alive. I've been worse than this, if it's your own fault, and I'm still loved. Did it open up wounds from the past? And again, you don't have to go all the way back into your past and think about it. But did it? Did it open up a wound from the past? I'm sorry about that. I had to change hands. My hand was hurting. Did it open up an old wound? If it did, go back and do the energy shower. Go back, cleanse it out. Cleanse it out. Cleanse it out. Take some deep breaths. I'm loved by the creator of the universe, just the way I am, mistakes and all. How can, another thing that works, and this is going to sound silly, but it really works. Even when things are really bad, say, how can it get any better than this? How can it get any better than this? How can it get any better than this? Don't say things can't get worse. Don't say, oh gosh, I'm in such a bad place. Don't focus on your problem. Focus on the solution and ask, hey, how can it get any better than this? I guarantee you that if you say that over and over and over, and then you pay attention, you're going to get your answer. Things are going to get better. Okay? And I know that our program is much more than affirmations. We don't just deal with affirmations, but sometimes affirmations are good. We got to know who we are. Don't lie to yourself. Tell yourself the truth. Even as I am, I'm right where I'm supposed to be, and I am loved and I am worthy. All right, you guys, take care and have a great day.